how we would do it.
You know, I actually talked to both of our leasees. They're trying to get to something similar that if we're not showing a profit, if we can put money into a depreciation fund, might be able to do that. Their indication to me that at this time it wasn't a profit center for them.
I knew that.
Yeah, and so that was why we didn't pursue that any further. That's kind of why that is what it is, and we agreed to address it again this year and see what's going on.
Sounds good.
But if we, not saying that we shouldn't look at that possibly, Bob, as if we do nothing but do it internally, so we are, even if our leases aren't paying it, we shouldn't be doing that internally ourselves. That's sort of what you'd be suggesting.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. No, I think that's, but I did talk to both leases this year about that.
Okay.
And being sensitive to show that we're not showing a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a nutshell, again, we managed our finances for the year, and end of the year with all the improvements that were done, and even though we budgeted to spend out of savings, we did not. A lot of that came through not expending everything that we were budgeted in all the departments, combined with a surplus of revenue versus what we thought we were gonna get.
Very good. I sure wish we had this meeting on Zoom.
Well, and this will be posted on the,
Right.
we have internet, this will be posted for, under public notices on our website too, for general public to review. And the dates, I'm sure, I'm surprised Councilman Zett didn't catch my date of June 30th, 2022, or did you catch it? You just didn't say anything.
Just being nice today.
Been- Praise the Lord, yeah.
All right, you can change that public presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? That passed, he do okay?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. I just asked the clerk if she
Oh.
thought you did your job was okay. I guess, don't know what he needs for an executive session. Round table. Councilman Demick, have anything?
See y'all.
Thanks for attending,
Yeah.
Mr. Burlman.
Have a good evening.
Councilwoman Harkey, do you have anything?
No.
Trying to get home for supper? Me too. Councilman Zant,
A couple items.
please.
I'd like to thank the town hall for being patient with and assisting with John West and his death and move out his, all of his estate.
Yes.
I thank you for that. That's
I
a
mean-
taxing item. I've been down there a couple times this week. We need to look at the trees at the senior housing, maybe trim to, some of them are dead. We put it in the budget for next
We
year,
did.
but we need to, that's one place we need to look at as well, but just the parks.
Yep.
This is next year, right?
Yeah.
That's right. You
Yeah.
do have
Yep.
it.
We're
Okay.
in it.
Yep.
Okay. We just approved 2 business licenses. What about the renewal license? I don't see them coming before council.
Hmm.
Aren't they in January?
No.
Was there?
Well, liquor licenses are, but general business license, for the renewal of them, do they come before council?
They should.
They haven't been,
Okay,
my recollection.
I'll have to,
I mean,
Since I've, before I got here, they just, my understanding was they just paid their, renewal fee every year if they didn't pay.
well, I mean, so.
That's something we can
well,
do though.
just because we did something for 20 years don't mean we did it right.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying that's something that.
Yeah,
that
right.
we
I'm
wanna
just
change,
bringing
we
that
can
up.
definitely do
I think they should be brought before council and discussed like all other business licenses.
I agree.
that. Every January.
Yeah, whenever they're, so if someone gets a business license in August or in May, it doesn't matter to me. You say this, you know, you can put it on a computer spreadsheet and say, business licenses, when they, the company's name, when they expire. And-
Pretty much like what we do with the
Well-
leases.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If
So-
we make them
Overall.
for a calendar year,
Yeah,
and that way we're not messing with them all year round, correct?
right, so we just, when they're due for May or August, whatever.
We might have
So
some
it's
guidance
different
from
one year.
Marshall. We need some on that.
Yeah, I'll take a look at
Okay?
the ordinances. I don't see why you couldn't.
Yeah, I think that makes good sense.
There's just nothing else renewing them, I guess, every year.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we should.
I think there'd be a
absolutely.
curiosity, like, doesn't matter, you'd be like, oh, that's who is here, that's what is available, or,
Yeah.
Well, because we have a list, a master list that goes out in December, just like with the leases for, don't forget to renew your business licenses. That's definitely something easily to put onto the council
Mhm.
and review.
No, I agree.
Could be maybe pass kind of like the consent agenda unless there's a particular concern.
Yeah, we can discuss.
Wouldn't
it.
have to
Right.
be real drawn out unless
Right.
there's
Right.
And it would
I'm with you.
inform the council of what's going on for, you know,
No,
or see, these people haven't renewed theirs, or why, you know, how can we get them back?
Yeah. I'm glad I thought of that.
You're welcome.
No, that's a good idea.
Last one is, the roads still, I haven't seen them being graded yet, or, what's going on with roads. Corner of Fourth and Maple, that repair job, it needs some more work.
Yeah. My understanding with that, because the first time I saw that, I actually went to the mayor about that one and said, this is BS. And he told me that he agreed that it was BS and that it was because it wasn't completed yet. They were going to come back and actually do it properly. That was a temporary, quick patch job to make it better than it had been until it's fully completed. That was,
I'll talk to the engineer again and see what's up with that. That's what they told us.
Okay.
Yep, that's, I drive over it all the time.
Yeah.
yeah, Joel and I had a fun little conversation on that one.
So, are we gonna get the grader out on the roads this week, I hope?
I haven't had a chance to talk with Mike.
Okay.
Haven't had a,
I know, what is it, Wyoming is still rough, and so, had other people talk about roads.
mhm.
That's all I have.
Yeah, I was out all day today and most of Monday.
I think there's plenty of moisture in the ground right now.
Oh, yeah.
so too much. So we ran motor grader down Shobon Road, and it did fine for the most parts until we hit soft shoulders, and then it was a mess.
It's, I'll be talking with Mike tomorrow.
Okay.
Every intention to be here in the morning.
That's all I have.
Good points. Councilman Stellar, any?
I just had a nice time at what I could make of the hot summer nights and the deal last night. It was good to see all that.
Hot notes and cool nights.
Yeah, and then the hot summer nights on Saturday.
Right.
But two little guys, like, I make what I can, you know how it is. And, wanna thank everybody for their hard work on all of that. I don't know if maybe a different weekend other than during the figure eight races, cause that's 2 years in a row on the hot summer nights. That might be something to look into.
Yeah, we bumped it up a week this time. It still hit the figure eight
Hit the
races.
fair, yeah.
It still did, so.
Cause then Jordan just said that you guys bounced it up to avoid that, and
Yeah.
the fair bounced it off.
Yes.
I was kinda curious how that went, but we had a nice time. We could, when they're shoeing horses, and could listen to some of that in the afternoon, and then as soon as we got done with that, got the boys rounded up and got into town, and you guys really did nice.
Well, Du Bois changed their date for their gun show also. Same weekend.
Oh, really?
Really, and then
Once you
what was
booked it.
going on in Riverton hurt them. I did go up there. I had a obligation I'd already made to them, but it was I didn't see anybody else from Shoshoni
Yeah, it's once
there,
you-
and there's usually quite a few people in Shoshoni you see up there,
once you book
and
the
didn't see a
town,
lot of people
too,
from
they're
Riverton
in.
either up there, and that's usually a
Big deal.
big show, and they had a very small turnout basically compared to probably 1/3 of what they normally have, 1/3 to 1/4.
Can't compete with fair.
Right.
We tried to.
I tried to move it. I wasn't aware of that, but that makes sense.
And the problem is if we go another week, we start getting close to our Labor Day thing.
Right.
So we start, we're kind of in a conundrum with that.
If you knew exactly when that was, you could work around it.
Yeah.
But there'd be something else.
Yeah, there's always something else. But
Yeah.
the parts we could make, personally, I thought it was real nice. We had a nice time.
Minus the downpour.
We left boys had got cold. We left like 10 seconds before that
Oh,
hit.
wow.
I mean, when we were pulling through the drive, into the drive, it started dumping.
Mm-hmm.
And that Cool Nights was really, or the Cool Tunes or whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah, that was pretty enjoyable too. They did a nice job.
Yes, they do.
Oh,
I'd like the hot notes and cool tunes, whatever it was, that was pretty good. I did note to the people that the crowd may not be as large as Riverton's or Landers, but we had approximately 10% of our citizens there. I just wanted to, I had several people scratching their heads. That'd be like 1,100 people in Riverton. You know, I'm just saying, if you look at percentage, we had a good turnout. I think do a better job advertising. It was actually pretty good. They honored me by asking me to MC it, and I had a dental appointment tomorrow morning. This morning at 7:30 in Denver. So I did the MC and then headed
Oh, jeez.
headed there. But they asked me to do it, and so I did that. But I thought they did real well, and the group they had closing at the end.
Oh, that is the
Yeah.
lady and the gentleman. Yeah,
I
they were
thought
pretty good.
I thought that was good. I stuck around for a little bit of that before I left, but we had Keegan
Yeah.
was there from Shoshoni, and Thatcher, and we also had Mark Noonan from Shoshoni is on their board, so he was there also. So I had some Shoshoni representatives, and it was and they had a hail of a start.
Yeah.
Hail, hail was start. We had that hailstorm right. They were just fixing to go, but they went through that. That was pretty interesting. So hope to see him back. Do that again next year. I guess Keegan was very instrumental in getting that event in Shoshoni. He'd been bugging him, said we ought to hold it in Shoshoni, so they did. So pointed out that the other four was just their trial runs to get to the main event in Shoshoni.
That's right.
The main event, we were the main event, so I don't know. But shooting complex update. They're we're moving forward. FCAG's appointed 3 members off of FCAG. The mayor of Hudson, Sherry Boyer, and myself, and Gary Michaud is the director of FCAG. And then we've reached out to Eli Bebout. We've been playing phone tag. Jason Wilson, the owner of Lucid Optics, that has agreed to be on that. There's a lot of other interest, but we're going to try to keep the committee to 7 and keep more people involved with. I think I already touched the next meetings in Riverton, September 27th. I also attended Hot Springs County Commissioners meeting. Aid them some, and it's if one of us don't make the short list, that and I'm hoping Fremont County, I think we have possibly a better chance than Hot Springs County. They got a little more of a hurdle to clear, that we make a much stronger application if we team up together. So, but anyway, that was real good. Their county commissioner, they've taken the lead on that. I forget his name right now, but he's invited me to their next meeting about their shooting complex, and has volunteered to come to our next FCAG's meeting. But we both agree that Casper is not central Wyoming. Thermopolis is more central Wyoming than Casper is, but Shoshoni is definitely central Wyoming. There again, we're looking at, it may end up being Hudson. I don't know where it's going to be, but somewhere in Fremont County. But I think we have some potentially having it near here. Wind River Visitors Council update. We had our last meeting here in Shoshoni. Part of the discussion was there's going to be probably looking at the agreement, the organizing documents, and maybe modify some of the verbiage on how it's operated. I know they're in contact with state tourism and looking on how, I think they should be, for instance, Du Bois, they get a big share because it's based on revenue, and they're more than Lander, maybe just a hair less than River, right up there. So they get more money than Lander, and they're running to follow the guidelines of the state. They're having trouble spending their money. So, you know, I've suggested that they may try to work with legislatures to change some of that, and or, you know, what they can actually do with that money. So they're working on that. Another suggestion, they agreed to reach out to all the governing bodies that they only currently meet by every 2 months. And I think if they met monthly, there's some disagreement, some agree and some don't, that could solve, you know, much of their problems they had last year with their finances. They held monthly meetings instead of bi-monthly. A lot of the problems could have been handled with some emails and simple votes instead of waiting every other month. They're doing a lot of business. Their budget, if you take out our capital expenditure, is larger than ours. But anyway, there's some of the members that they cannot meet monthly. Bi-monthly is all they can do. I know the director said that it also would, she needs more, that would take more time from her, from doing other things that she should be doing than preparing for meetings. But I just think that would move, and So it's sort of, it's divided, that would give them better time to work together and get more information. And be able to make decisions. If we had to wait every 2 months to make a decision here on our budget or whatever, wouldn't work well. So, but anyway, that's sort of the things. But the Winter Visitors Council has got a pretty busy schedule coming up, and the next meeting's in 2 months. But in any event, that's, I believe, all that I can have right now. If there,
Utility assistance. on
Pardon?
there.
The emergency.
oh, I
utility
forgot,
assistance.
emergency utility except, and that's actually Chief Kojai brought this to my attention, and it's we should maybe, wouldn't be a bad idea to develop a fund if there's a real emergency and someone can't afford to pay their water bill.
Can I just add
Please.
something in? I think it's even more critical that we take a look at this, because we have a lot of people, residents right now that were on the LEAP assistance program. And Melissa just found out the end of last week that as of September, they're no longer doing it. So all the
Oh,
ones.
Leap's not helping with water.
Nope.
Stuff anymore is what
Nope.
you're saying?
Yep.
What did you
There's
call
gonna
it?
be no more.
What's it called?
LEAP.
LEAP.
It's like low income, something assistance.
They'll help with power.
No,
Yeah.
well,
They're being
they,
cut down, they're down to 20% of their previous funding because of ARPA money or COVID money, whatever that
It was
is, that started
COVID.
years ago, has timed out
Yep.
according to the law that was written for that
Yep.
assistance.
yeah,
So they're down to original funding, which is 20% what they had, of what they
Yeah.
had now.
for power, I believe it was,
I think that, and heat,
yeah,
The utilities.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
but not water,
not water,
not water.
But we're talking about water.
Mhm.
yeah.
What did people do before there was water assistance?
They were
Didn't pay the
getting
bill.
They paid their
power
bill?
and heat assistance.
So, I need to, just bring up something there, and this came up when we were looking at the, I can't remember when the law was. Anyways, so, it's an enterprise fund, so any forgiveness, you have to have something in place.
No, we're not talking about forgiveness at all.
Okay,
I-
or
I-
assistance, I'm just letting you know that if there's assistance, it's gotta come from somewhere else than the enterprise fund, that's all
Yes.
I'm
Yep.
gonna
Right.
mention,
Yep.
yep. So,
So the emergency fund is. So we want to subsidize people in town that can't afford their water bill.
It would- It would be more like, well, Joel has a good example.
No,
Put
I was
that
thinking,
one out.
I was, the emergency fund, I was thinking more directly a real emergency.
Something unexpected, out of the
Yeah.
blue,
Un-
life altering, that,
Medical or,
Yeah,
not somebody that just can't pay their bill or
Yeah.
just doesn't
Right.
have a job or doesn't wanna work.
it's
Not that type of assistance.
someone, life altering,
More like a one-time,
yep,
like my house just burned down
yeah.
and
We wouldn't need
Yeah.
water at that point.
you wouldn't need water. Unless you
Or-
broke your water, fire department broke their water meter.
But that was just what I brought to the mayor, was just the conversation of, what it would look like ultimately, but it wouldn't be for, just a random person that, was behind on their water bill, or didn't wanna work, or didn't pay their bill, what have you. It's not the town's responsibility to pay your water bill.
no.
But
I think that the uproar from, because there's already the tension of water bills going up, and then to find out that there's
No more Leah.
But if there was a automobile accident and the breadwinner or whatever was killed, or you know, something like that, or became incapacitated because of a disease or something like that, there would be maybe a mechanism to give some assistance on a case-to-case basis of being.
seems minimal anyway, as far as your
Oh,
30,
yeah,
30
we're-
40 bucks a month. So if you carry,
Yeah.
well, it's 3 months, you know, 100, whatever,
Right.
150 bucks or something.
And, you know, we have revenue streams that are, you know, from leases and things like that, that aren't necessarily tax-based. I personally, I would like to see, you know, like, trying to, you know, donations or something like that, where people donate to help people in need, that the town can then manage and decide if the need is met, and if so, this is what we can do. But that was just a quick, how I just kind of foresaw something along those natures if we did something, but, and other towns have funds like that out there, you know, we don't have one, but, yeah, it's not, it's meant for life-altering, unforeseen calamities that come, and just temporary assistance, in lieu of having their water turned off when they're already going through something else. You know, it's a small town, I think. I know some people in this town have came in and paid people's water bills from the goodness of their own heart that were going through problems, not because they couldn't pay their bills, because they were going through stuff. So I do know that that sentiment does exist in this town. So, but that was just my thought.
Well, fortunately, it's a soft cost to the town. Meaning, if their bill's $50 and the soft cost is $20, $15 to the actual town, versus someone goes and pays their bill, it's a hard cost of, we'll write you a check for $50.
Yeah, something, yeah, that the money'd have to go into the enterprise fund.
So it'd have to be $50.
Oh.
That's what Marshall was saying.
Yeah, we
Whatever
can't-
that
we
bill
can't-
is,
we
has to be
can't-
paid into
We
the
can't
enterprise
forgive the
fund.
water bill, so it has to be.
Gotcha.
And it was just a conversation. I don't know what it would look like if it would, but that was just what I brought up to the mayor, or something that I think was worthy of at least talking about.
I know a handful of people who've helped a handful of people.
Right, sure.
And it was due to pretty extenuating circumstances. There was a avenue to get something like that maybe going. I think we should. Here you are trying to stay alive and your water gets shut off.
We might look at something like that and put it together with Marshall's assistance and see what we think about anyway.
Well, you can do something as simple as put $1,000 in it.
Right.
I mean, $1,000 a year ought to go kind of a long way. I mean, it's
Yeah, put it in our budget. I don't know how to do
10
that
people,
exactly.
3
but-
months. I mean, it's
But through, as Chris alluded to, the rent money, that's not money brought by taxation and stuff that we've used to, like, fund senior parties and stuff like that.
Or if you could put a donation box on your water bill. Right.
Sure.
Now, you laugh.
They have it on
either-
the gas bill.
you can put whatever you want on there.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if somebody so chooses to donate $3 to that fund in case somebody's jacked up, add $3 to your water bill. I think a lot of people would.
Round up.
Round up to the nearest 10.
Or something, I
Right.
don't know. I wonder if that would be legal or what, I don't know. That'd be solicitation funds on your water bill, it might be,
They do it on your gas bill and your light bill.
yeah. Well, with the enterprise deal, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Yeah, they're not
But
they're not a municipality.
I think a lot of people wouldn't mind throwing in $1 or $2 extra
Sure.
a month for somebody who has something bad happen.
Any further discussion? Doesn't mean I entertain a motion to adjourn. Is that a motion to adjourn from Councilman Demick?
I was waiting for Tammy to see if she's changed her
Well,
mind.
I can get talking if you want.
Well, I'll make the motion.
So be it.
Been moved by Councilman Demick, second by Councilman Zent, that we adjourn. No further discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye, opposed the same. Motion passed. At the little hand pass to Frank.
I know, it's like,
Where's the business?
Going at 8:39 or what?
yeah.
Okay.
Why did you even get it?
Insurance does not cover faulty workmanship.
Oh, Joel,
Yes.
my pen.
Okay, I
And
ain't
then I
running.
need you
I
to
need to talk to
sign.
Jay.
Okay, and I need you to I'm gonna sign the
So, like Norton
Brother. Oh, excuse me.
Didn't put it on, and it's got that, we got that, two different roofing companies, but that didn't insure.
Yeah, it'll just, a friendly chat.
So that's
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, that, I think, yeah, that's what I need to do.
Last time, that's why I'm like insistent on it. I'm just like,
88, 7, 8.
So that's,
Yeah, I did that all day.
We had, I used to like it was pretty nice when 08, 08,
Yeah.
09, 09. Yeah, that was all good.
Sign that.
we're having to go through their insurance company.
Oh, I got home and took an hour nap. Did you? Yes, I did.
Oh, good.
I bet it's out of your.
Kathy had leftover pain pill, but it's not, took the edge off, but it didn't really.
Oh, I'm sure. it did.
We'll see ya. Hope we didn't open the door by making that variance. That was Marshall's concern.
Yeah,
But we kinda, she did kinda what we told her to do.
yeah,
And hopefully we're gonna change it soon. That can't happen again.
yeah, yeah.
Like literally, when I looked, it's not that bad shape. They've taken pretty good care of it, the church has.
Have they?
Yeah, it's not bad.
What about the inside?
Not bad. I said, I wanna talk to Jay real fast for you.
Page 30. Oh, right there.
I don't know if they're
Aye.
talking about it or not.
What the heck?
Brother, before you leave.
Okay, do you know about Jason Howard of Lucid?
Yes. No, I don't know about what. Well, he's on, I've asked him to be on, he's on our board.
Riverton 26.
Huh?
Riverton 26. He's a member of Riverton 26.
What's that? You mean
We
your
are
shooters?
River 25.
I didn't,
Yes.
He's a brother. I did not
Yes, he
know
is,
him.
and he's in New York, right, and all that. He's
I-
active, and
I
he's a
did-
great guy.
I did not know that. I even think more highly of him than I did.
I thought you would like. He's a heck of a good guy, I think. And some of his, he told me a story about that H&S or whatever, the Orchards, Orchards Outfitter, S&S.
Uh-huh.
He got them fined. They were
Great.
trying
He's
to
an
run him
asshole.
off for trespassing. He said, okay. I just called the sheriff. You might as well hang out here. He's on his way. And the sheriff fined him for harassing him. And
Oh, yeah.
he was on BLM.
They're-
And that outfitter was harassing him. You're on private
You know-
property and threatening him and haranguing me. He's like, let's call
Well,
the sheriff.
Yeah.
S&S or some friends of John Trenchard up there hunting, the oil field. Worked Morning Tower, came out and worked, went out there, got their deer. Let's go to sleep. Woke up in a friggin' whiteout, blizzard. So they wandered on out, lost, basically, and went out through S&S, past their cabin. Anyway, these guys were stupid roughnecks. They gave S&S, gave them a bunch of shit. I done said, they didn't kiss my ass. I never got. Anyway, they gave them their hunting license. What a dummy. So the game wardens come by and
Trespass.
So I got to be in that courtroom when they got Jim Cunningham got him too. Anyway, but S&S. Oh no, I went in that one. That was the next case. But But S&S, yeah, got, these guys were lost. They weren't trespassing on purpose, they're just trying to fear when they're
Lost in a
lying.
whiteout.
In a whiteout, so the judge threw that somewhere, and the judge tried to, or the SS tried to get a change of venue out of Worland and didn't. And but Cunningham, like the week before he was up there, and here at Tom's Standard, there was, they were waiting in line getting leftover elk licenses, and S&S was there, and they wanted like 15 of them, and so
What's the reason?
Gary, give Gary credit. Gary gave them their one, told them to get back in line. Well, I want 15 of them. You can get them. Get back in line. If there's more, another one left, you can get another one. Get back in line. If there's another one left, so they got one. And so they tried to get their permit pulled from them, where they could sell permits, and they went and they didn't get it done, but Cunningham was there as a witness. So Cunningham signed a statement that he seen it going down and thought Gary did the right thing. So Cunningham that next fall goes to they was allowing people to shoot cows on orchards. He went there, and S&S came out there. Jim Cunningham, I got this letter from you supporting them. He said, no longer can you hunt this year. You'll never be